Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about my February statistics for my solar panels and home battery. So for those new to my channel, I have an east-west array and I'm based in the northeast of England. If you'd like some further information on my install, click the video that's up in the top right corner once you watch this one, where I discuss the components in further detail. So February was my second full month of having solar panels and home battery, and already we're starting to see a massive difference. Stay tuned for how the system got on. So let's go straight into it and discuss the total monthly generation. So for the month of February, my solar panels generated a grand total of 192.9 kilowatt hours, a much improved 59% on January's figure of 121.4 kilowatt hours. My consumption for this month was also really low, coming to a total of 164 kilowatt hours. No idea why it was slightly low this month, but I'm not complaining. So already in the month of February, we have more solar generation than we're actually using, which is great. So what effect did that have on my import from the grid? Well, a pretty big one, to be fair. If you've watched my other videos, you may remember me saying that I hadn't drawn energy from the grid since the 11th of February. Just a couple of weeks after I did that video in early March, we had a couple of rainy days, so I did import a little from the grid, but even then it was only minimal amounts to top up the battery overnight. Now, if you look at the graph, you'll see a couple of spikes on the 13th and the 21st of February. Now this was for saving session days when I switched my usage times to take advantage of these sessions and maximise the savings. So if you exclude those days, I have an import total of roughly 15 kilowatt hours, which is fantastic. Now I am a relatively low user of electricity anyway, and some higher users may not see such low usage throughout this month, and I do like to watch what I use. I have LED bulbs everywhere. I'm pretty savvy with turning things off when they're not in use, and I live in a modern new build house which is relatively efficient anyway. But I've got to be honest, this is better than I ever would have expected from February, and it's a world away from the small generation figures that we got in December. The good thing is it's only going to get even better. Ultimately, in February, for most of the days, we've been self-sufficient throughout the month. Next, let's take a look at the generation in more detail for the month, and there's some pretty decent figures. My worst day of generation was the 10th of February, where I generated a grand total of 1.7 kilowatt hours. Quite a nice generation curve, as you can see, but overall relatively low generation for the day with a peak generation of 369 watts. February was also the month where I generated double-figure kilowatt hour generation in a day for the first time with the system on the 20th of February, where I generated 12.7 kilowatt hours. The very best day of the month was the 23rd of February, where I generated 13.7 kilowatt hours. A beautiful sunny day with a peak generation of 2.5 kilowatt. You can see on this curve there's little spikes on the graph, which is caused by clouds passing over the sun. The generation drops momentarily as the cloud passes by the sun and then continues along its normal trajectory. And if we look at the daily figures, you can really start to see the difference the sunrise and sunset times make compared with January and December, with this generation on the best day of the month starting at 7 AM and ending at 5:30 PM. So if we move on to look at export, this picked up as well. Again, a couple of odd spikes for the saving session days, but overall total export of 57.6 kilowatt hours. The thing that stands out here for me is that there was export on most days throughout February. I was only on the seg payments at this point, so only earning 4.1 pence per kilowatt hours. So my total return for the month was £2.36. I can't quite retire on this just yet, but it's nice to start to see a return from the system as well as the savings on my electricity bill. So in summary, as you can probably tell, I'm really happy with this. We're still talking about one of the darkest, coldest months of the year, and already we're barely relying on the grid towards the second half of the month. You can also see the steady generation as the month goes on in this graph. Now I said about January's results being basically what I expected. I think it's fair to say for February's results this is better than what I expected, and it's likely to only get better throughout the spring and summer as well. I've also got another video on my channel which is about how I plan to make or save £2,000 in 2023 from my solar PV and GivEnergy home battery. So check this out after this one, see how we think I'm going to get on with that. Plenty to look forward to then. So what's coming up in March? Well, two big things I guess. Firstly, on the 20th of March, a couple of days ago, I moved across to Octopus's new Flux tariff. This is a new tariff specifically designed for home battery and solar PV users and offers really good export rate when compared with the standard seg rate, for example. I've got the northeast rates on the screen now. A few people have suggested filling the batteries full during the night on the cheaper rate and then basically exporting everything that the solar panels make during the day. Personally, I think I'll do it slightly different because whereas for the northeast rates there's such a little difference between the nightly import and daily export rate, especially when you take into account any system losses as well. So my plan is to not import anything during the night at all, top the battery up with solar generation the next day, hopefully start exporting around about dinner time, mid-afternoon, and then hopefully still exporting into the peak 4 till 7 p.m. time period, and then probably discharge a battery, a couple of kilowatts as well, just to give me an extra boost on that income. So I'm hoping this gives me a pretty decent return as the days get longer, but let me know in the comments if you plan on joining this tariff as well and what your plan is. So secondly, what else have we got to look forward to in March? Longer days and more generation, and the clocks going forward signal a real change in the seasons for me. I love the lighter, brighter nights at the best of times anyway, but it will also mean greater generation through the hours of 4 till 7 p.m. So really looking forward to that. Let's see how it all goes. Now, if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot of exciting content coming up in the future about how my system's performing, so it'd be great if you could subscribe and follow me on that journey. And if you're thinking of switching to Octopus for the Flux or any other tariff that they offer, and you found this video useful, please consider using my referral link, which can be found on the screen now and also in the video description. Now, if you sign up to this using the link, you get £50 credit in your Octopus account, and I get £50 as well. Anyway, thank you for watching again, and I'll see you on the next one.